The endgame is near for France's controversial pension reform. At midnight on Saturday, the French Senate approved the bill 195 votes to 112. The vote comes after a seventh day of nationwide protests across the country. Despite a feeling of looming loss, thousands took to the streets determined to get their point across.
The government only thinks of money, so only strikes will work.
According to a poll from French media outlets, around 63% of French people approve the protests against the reform, and around 54% of the people support industrial action, including strikes to denounce the unpopular plan. But some believe the government will do whatever it takes to pass the bill, even if it means using Article 49.3, which gives the executive the right to pass a law without parliamentary approval.
I think they'll force the bill. The writing's on the wall.
Saturday saw a clear drop in the number of demonstrators across the country since the social movement began. Police claims there were around 300,000 people in the protests across the country, while unions claim over 1 million were present. Despite the decreased attendance, the unions are renewing calls for prolonged industrial action and protests following President Macron's refusal to meet with them.
It's a real middle finger. If he's so sure of himself, why not ask the people's opinion by consulting the people?
Just the fact that he's refused to see us or listen to us is a form of denial of democracy.
Meanwhile, violent clashes erupted in the French capital, with authorities arresting some 30 people. The next nationwide protests and strikes are planned for Wednesday, as a commission is set to work on a final version of the draft law, which will be submitted on Thursday for parliamentary vote.